10, maybe 15 minutes away. Still too long to make Mr. Crawford lie here, struggling to breathe. It had to be her. It had to be right now. She hoped all the standing and walking she did at work combined with the squat she did at the gym were enough to move Mr. Crawford. I'm going to have to drag you out. I'll try to do it quickly and without too many bumps along the way, but I can't promise this isn't going to be difficult. Mr. Crawford moaned and opened his mouth, trying to breathe in more air. Decided, she hooked her hands under his arms and linked her fingers on his chest. She pulled him up and against her breasts, his head back against her shoulder, her cheek pressed to his hair. I've got you. Let's go. She kept her hold locked and got her feet under her. In the crouched position, she had to take small steps backward to drag him down the hall and to the entry. It took every ounce of strength she had to get him that far. She had to lay him down so she could open the door. Trinity stood over him, sucked in a few deep breaths, reset her position to drag him again, and pulled him out of the house. As gently as she could, she maneuvered Mr. Crawford down the 3 wide stone porch steps. She hoped she wasn't scraping up his backside, but she couldn't worry about that now. He lost a sock on the path to the driveway. She wished she hadn't parked in front of the garage, but on the circle drive by the lawn. Silly to think about that now when she was so close to getting him to her car. It took a lot of grunting and muscling through the pain in her back and thighs to get him there. But once she did, she leaned him up against the back tire and opened the passenger door. She needed to get him inside. She knelt next to him and rubbed her sore thigh muscles. Mr. Crawford, I can't lift you into the car on my own. I need you to help me. Can you try to stand while I lift you so I can get you to sit on the seat? Then I can gently lay you down back there. Okay? She bent each of his legs and planted his feet firmly. He lifted his arms and she hooked them over her shoulders. She put her hands in his armpits and lifted him while he did his best to put weight on his feet and stand with his back braced against the car. That's it. You're doing it. Almost there. Once she had him standing, she pinned him in place with her shoulder, then used her foot to help him scoot his foot over toward the open door. Okay, now shift your weight over. Mr. Crawford gave a huge effort and not only shifted to his other leg, but stepped sideways and kind of fell into the opening, hitting his butt on the seat. She caught his arms before he completely tumbled back and gently lowered him. Bent like a bow, he lay with his feet still on the ground. She picked up one and then the other and placed them on the doorframe. One slipped off, so she tried again. She pushed against his knees to keep his legs in place this time. Try to hold your legs here. I'm going to run around to the other side and pull you in. She felt the tension and shaking in his whole body and hoped he had enough strength to get through this. She ran to the back of the car, spotted the SUV barreling down the drive toward them, dismissed it because she had other things to worry about, and opened the other passenger door just as the vehicle came to a jarring stop and someone leaped out behind her. The timing sucked as usual, but she flashed back to when she'd been knocked over the head, stuffed into a trunk, and kidnapped by her brother Tate's girlfriend, stalker X, who wanted to use her to lure out Tate and Liz. She didn't do well in the dark anymore. She didn't like strangers running at her. Every instinct she had kicked in, and she turned to face her attacker and put up her hands. Stay back! The warning lacked the oomph she'd hoped for when her voice cracked. The man kept coming. What are you doing with my dad? She tried to hold on to the word dad, but panic short-circuited her brain. Stay away! Don't touch me! The man halted immediately, surprise and confusion lighting his eyes. He held his hands up. I'm not going to hurt you. That's my dad. Is he okay? She kept one hand up in front of her to ward him off and pressed the other to her temple, trying to make sense of reality and nightmare as his face changed to the one she feared and back to Mr. Crawford's handsome son. Is my father okay? His words found their way past the images assailing her mind and sank in. His sharp tone helped keep her rooted in reality, and she focused on his stunning blue eyes. He's sick, very sick. Mr. Crawford needed her help. She tried to hold on to that thought alone. The man took a tentative step forward. Are you taking him to the hospital? Yes. She nodded and tried to suck in a deep breath to stave off the hyperventilating that threatened to make her dizzy. Are you okay? Fine, she bit out. Let me help you get him settled in the car. He took another step forward. She sidestepped and moved away from the open passenger door to let him take her place. With hardly any effort at all, he pulled Mr. Crawford